Charlie Chunk.
Charlie Chunk. Got a funny way of walking and a wacky way of talking. Charlie Chunk.
Hello, listeners.
Welcome to All Geek, No Chic.
Yes, hello.
Okay, there has been a slight delay in this episode coming out, and that's because Tim's a dirty stop-out drunk.
Yes, sorry about that.
You went on a pub crawl, and we didn't get to record.
Yeah, and then I was actually doing work on the night after. Work
So we couldn't record then?
during the following day, so I kind of had to get that one done.
And did it the following day?
Yes, we did. I preferred to get mine done the night before, though. You know, in preparation and all that rubbish.
Yeah, I just did it while he was talking. We were in the computer room.
But drunk gets a better mark as well.
Yeah.
As you know, we set up our email address, allgeeknochic@gmail.com, and we have received one email. It said, "Welcome to Google Mail, here's what you need to know." So I'm assuming we don't need to discuss this.
We have a fan, Google Mail.
So no questions then, no questions.
No one said anything.
Disappointing, really.
Not even on the Facebook group.
Suggestions for topics.
Nothing, we had to think them all up. It's a bit rubbish. So, tell us what you want. You know, it's all coming from my head at the minute, except for our best bit of this week, really. First thing I would like to talk about, Most Haunted. What a crap show that is.
I agree.
Yeah, quite.
I've never watched the whole programme.
Actually, I did see a beautiful clip from it the other day. When I was trying to get you to stop working so we could do this.
Yeah, he's on the background for background noise, really, while I was working.
And, there was this person in the dark and the greeniness of the whole damn thing. And he goes, "I got something in my eye. It's an old astral witch queen trick, that." What? Dust blowing in your eye in a dusty room is not an astral queen trick. It's bloody expected. You're going to a dusty room.
Yeah.
What actually... All that happens in the show, they go in, normal stuff happens, they go, "Oh, it must be the spirits."
Yeah. I like the bit where stones are being thrown at them. And it's like,
Clearly the
it must be a
production
ghost.
crew
Yeah. The mic guy standing behind the rock, just lobbing stones at them. Haha, ghost.
Yes. Most Haunted is rubbish. And they've done, celebrity ones I've noticed, or heard of.
Yeah.
There's, Most Haunted with McFly. And I did notice they mentioned it on Jonathan Ross's show once. There was a Most Haunted with Girls Aloud. That's got to have been hilarious. Children going, "Ah!" That's presumably what it was.
Probably was.
That hurt my throat a little
It
bit.
sounded like it. Probably would. So, not liking Most Haunted, does that mean you don't believe in ghosts?
Pretty much. Well, if you think about everyone that has ever lived, ever, even if a small percentage of those turn into ghosts, we'd be bumping into them every minute.
Yeah, but they say, I mean, I don't really have a viewpoint on whether I believe, because, you know, and it's like you experience it firsthand, you can't necessarily say, yeah, they exist or no, they don't. So I'm
Yes,
not
you
really
can!
Sure.
But maybe they go after a while, like Casper or whatever. They complete that mission on Earth and then they go.
Yeah, but they say that ghosts are formed when people are, they're worried about something, that they're attached to something in their life and they don't want to leave it. So, if you've got, a son or a daughter or whatever, and you're worried about them, and then you pass on, then they hang around to make sure they're okay. So
they hang around in these old damn buildings,
I'm not
throwing
saying, I'm not
rocks
saying
at people,
there's
and putting dust in their eyes.
There's many reasons why ghosts hang around. Well, so they say. But that's just one example. But you can't say, I can't say, yeah, no, there isn't, or yes, there is, because I've never experienced it.
Yeah, but then you'll never be able to say no, there isn't.
No, that's true, you can't. Which is the problem. I can't just turn around and say, no, there isn't.
I can, I'm arrogant enough.
Fair enough.
There's no bloody ghosts. What we're going to do is rate something, but we've not decided what we'd rate. George Forman grills. We use that so much.
We do.
We've all used it.
We've all used it. We've all loved it.
Yeah.
We've all cleaned the damn thing.
Got all the pros and no cons. Almost.
No, it does have a con.
It's not big enough. That's my problem.
It's not big
I
enough.
can't fit enough bacon on it.
That's probably just only our model. You can get Uber size ones, like family size ones.
We can't review those ones. We have to review our model.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Do we know anything about what our model type is?
George Forman BMT RX 200.
Sounds about right, yeah. No.
Flaws with the George Foreman.
Sausages.
That's...
Okay, let me
that needs
explain.
expanding.
Let me explain. If you get a bag of frozen sausages and you stick them in the George, it gets rid of the fat out of it.
Yeah.
Which with sausages is a bad thing because sausages, it dries them out, and they go kind of strange. Like there's gaps in them, and it's hard to explain. You have to actually cook it and eat it to know what I mean. But
you have to put it down the groove.
Homework, dear listeners.
It's still
Cook a sausage on a George Foreman. You'll know what we're talking about.
And then write in with comments and suggestions about maybe tips on how
Come and email us
to avoid this dilemma with sausages and George Forman.
or geeknochic@gmail.com. Maybe they just can't spell chic.
CHIC.
So many people have told me it's called All Geek No Chick, but it's not.
That's
Chic.
how I pronounce it.
I'm told it's how you spell
It needs
chic.
a little thing on the eye.
It doesn't have a thing on the eye.
But that would make it feel French, so you'd feel like you should pronounce it in a French
All Geek No Chic.
Yeah.
I just insulted a bunch of people. For instance, Laurie listens. She's never listening again. She's French. Laurie. Okay, so the flaws, apart from sausages, with the George Foreman. It doesn't have a timer on it.
Yeah, I don't know that.
My mother's one at home has a tiny thing and it beeps. And then you know when it's...
All good people should carry a watch, in my opinion. That's not a con.
Well, I do just use my phone, but it's just because I don't carry a watch.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't beep.
Well, I can set it to beep.
You can set
Well,
it
it doesn't beep. It goes. Bloom, bloom.
I prefer if I had a timer.
It starts rattling if it gets too hot. It feels like it's haunted or something.
You want to get most haunted round to look at our George Foreman.
Yeah, it's a national witch trick, that. George Forman.
Please exercise the George Foreman.
It's the ghost of George Foreman here. No, he's not dead. Okay, and cleaning the thing's not an easy task.
I don't know. It's fairly easy. Plug it in for like a minute or so. It just heats it up enough to get rid of the.
It could be a bit more
scrubbing.
non-stick, really, but it's not too
I
bad.
think we may have scraped some of the non-stick coating off of it with the scrubbing we've done on it, which might be a bit of a problem. But generally, I find it's okay. The byproduct of like, all the fat in the tray, that's like nasty to get rid of.
It's the tray that's not nice. And we often leave it so it hasn't been known to overflow onto our work surface.
Yeah.
And that wasn't nice.
No.
It's not something we'll be repeating, I don't think.
No. Learned our lesson well from that. Cool.
Pros. Make the damn fine... It cooks most things beautifully.
Yeah, it does. Amazing we can stick a steak in it.
Good burgers as well.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Bacon is
You
excellent.
can't beat bacon in a George Foreman.
No.
You can fry it, it's still not as good. And frying is usually the best way to cook anything.
Yeah.
Stick it in oil.
One thing I was thinking, do you reckon you could put a fried egg in it, or do a fried egg in it?
You can get George Foreman's with a flat bit for fried eggs.
Yeah.
I don't think you should do it with ours, it can just kind of drain out into the tray. We need a percentage for our George Foreman. That model of George Foreman. The BX, whatever you made up.
I'd say, well, taking into account some of the flaws, i.e. the size, that's probably all the flaws I can think of.
You mentioned more, the sausages, the grease.
Yeah, but the
overflowing.
grease is more our fault, and the sausages, well, just grill them instead of using the George. So
Oh, it is a flaw in the George. It's not self-cleaning.
ratings, I reckon that particular one, somewhere in the region of about 87%.
Somewhere in the region, or actually 87%.
Which is probably actually 87%.
Mr. Smith?
I think it's good. It could be perfected a little bit more. I'm going to give it 84.
I thought I was going to be a bit harsh with my 80%. But, seems like about...
Is what the...
Yeah. Just because there are better models out there. George Forman has a product. Very good. Our model is lacking in a few areas. Like, no timer, it's not big enough.
Yeah, I've seen what the model my parents have got. Has a bun
And the
warmer.
one that... Have a what?
A bun warmer.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, but I was ignored.
Does that one have the flat bit that's specially designed for frying eggs?
No,
Because that one doesn't.
it's slightly bigger than that one with a bun warmer.
What does the bun warmer look like? I've not seen a bun warmer.
Silver bit on the top, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like another metal tray, but it's not got all the non-stick rubbish on it. You just lift this plastic bit up and stick it on.
Weird. I'll have a look for one.
An all-in-one George Foreman. That's what we recommend.
Something that'll do anything.
That'll get us our higher rating.
An all-in-one George Foreman kitchen. Be legendary.
The one with the egg frying bit, the bun warmer, and if it was self-cleaning, that would get 100%.
And a special sausage cooking slice as well.
I think you remember what you rated it. You
Yes.
said 87?
84.
Said 80, what's the average?
84.
It actually is 84. Well, it's 83 and a half, but we like to round up.
We like to be fair.
8, because, you know, decimal points for stupid ones. You've got 101 things to choose from.
Yeah.
84.
84% rated.
Good.
The George Forman BLX 10747 R.
We recommend it.
GTX.
Idiot of the Week! New segment. Oh, we should mention the Christine Blakely segment. Weekly thing. Christine Blakely segment. Anyone got any news? No?
No.
Okay. Christine Blakely segment ended. New segment. May become weekly if
Find more idiots.
if we find more idiots. It's the Idiot of the Week segment. With if Giles doesn't complain, me and Tim are going to take it as last week. Because we should have recorded this Saturday. And we're going for Jeremy Clarkson
Yeah.
as the Idiot of the Week.
Don't get me wrong, Jeremy Clarkson is a genius. But still...
He is somewhat uninhibited by fact. It doesn't really matter if it's true or not. He'll say it if he thinks it.
Yeah. He's got an opinion, he'll just say it no matter what.
I would like him a bit more if he could change it with fact. But
Yeah.
I do like...
What's he done then? Is he?
You know, the government lost all those banking records and stuff.
Oh yeah.
In his newspaper column, he claimed that there was, this wasn't that big a deal and it was so hard to do anything, it would never happen. And to prove his point, he printed his branch name, where it was, the sort code, the account number, and a bunch, and like, I think part of his address as well.
Yeah, basically everything you can use to set up a direct debit, which someone promptly then did into, was it?
Diabetes Trust?
Yeah, as a charity of some sort. So now they take £500
A month for Jeremy Clarkson's money.
They can't do anything about it, apparently.
He can stop it.
Well, the newspaper said you couldn't.
You can stop it. You can stop a direct debit from your
I
account.
know you can. I'm just wondering why the newspaper said you couldn't.
Because they're idiots as well.
Fair enough.
I thought he'd report it in his own column.
Well, people have been taking money out of his
Yeah.
account. He probably has done, but I haven't read his column. Just it made the news that like he had put his bank account details in there and someone had set up a direct debit.
So, Idiot of the Week, Jeremy Clarkson. You moron. Sums it up.
What's better, Lord of the Rings or Star Wars?
Discuss.
Discuss
Tim?
now.
Right. Well, you see, this is going to be really tricky for me because I love both series.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I love both series, but there is a clear winner.
See, I can't separate them.
I think there's one that just screams classic. It's you can tell it's going to stand the test of time. In 500 years, people are going to be looking back and they're going to think, was there any films made in the 21st century? Were they any good?
Star Wars! Star Wars screams classic and will live on for 500 years.
But that was the 20th century.
I don't! That's why I didn't say that bit, really. I'll be honest.
Didn't they make like the third one in 2000 something?
Yeah, the latest trilogy was in the 21st century, but we'll ignore those. They don't count.
So we're comparing
I would say more Star Wars saga because I mean.
I'm going for Star Wars trilogy.
Okay, fair enough.
As in 4, 5, 6. Because then we get to ignore the Phantom Menace, and that's best for everyone.
I quite like that one. That's one of my favourite
pod
ones.
racing.
Who the hell am I talking to?
It had pod racing. Yeah, okay, as a film, it wasn't like amazing.
It's
or
not.
whatever.
It's not in the same league as 4, 5, and 6.
No, it's not. But it helps set the story. It shows Anakin and his background roots. Jar Jar was the most annoying.
In fact, it introduced small kid Anakin,
Poor Jar Jar
who was
the
so
same.
irritating. He was flirting with like Natalie Portman when she was 15 or something, and he's 9. That's a bit messed up. 9-year-old flirting with a 15-year-old. 2, it introduced Jar Jar, and that's surely unforgivable as a movie.
But it had pod racing. Darth Maul, who was quite cool.
Unforgivable. Darth Maul didn't do anything.
Yeah, the ruckus with that
He
old
didn't
beard.
have to do anything.
He's had a two-sided lightsaber.
He had a cool facial tattoo.
Just give the two-sided lightsaber to General Grievous and he'll be happy.
No one had seen double-handed lightsabers until Darth Maul, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, he's got a double-bladed, sorry.
Grievous in Clone Wars was cool.
Yeah,
before he got stabbed through. I mean, in Revenge of the Sith, he was dying because he'd already been stabbed through the chest once until it was all coffee.
Yeah.
In Clone Wars, when he was getting 4 lightsabers spinning them at the same time. Really
cool. The guy fought the small green guy at the end.
Yeah.
That was a good fight.
That was a good ruckus. And you don't expect it from Yoda as well. It's like this small, wrinkly old green dude. And all of a sudden he goes nuts and starts flying around the room. It's brilliant.
That's good.
So yes, Star Wars is clearly better than... Lord of the Rings is good. The original Star Wars trilogy, better.
I just think... Lord of the Rings, it's got the music, it's got the atmosphere, it's got the graphics, it's got the storyline, it's got everything.
It does.
It's got like Aragorn cutting.
It's not got Tom Bombadil.
Best death ever, Boromir, just classic.
It's got some kind of gay love story between Sam and Frodo.
What?
Clearly, there is tension there.
See, the thing is, I mean, the whole thing of Lord of the Rings or Star Wars is really tough for me because two of my favourite genres are sci-fi and fantasy. They're my two favourite genres. Like, I can't say one's better than the other because sometimes I'm in the mood for one or sometimes I'm in the mood for the other. And they're the best films for each genre, in my opinion. So therefore, I can't split them. They're both right up there together.
I would like to point out, you put your hands up as you said that, and one was lower than the other when you were trying to make them level.
It doesn't matter. Our listeners can't see that.
They know now. Which was the lower hand? Lord of the Rings. See, you agree with me.
I haven't assigned hand. Oh, sorry. For me, I can't separate them. They're both just equally as good as each other.
Got to be Lord of the Rings for me.
It's nowhere near Lord of the Rings.
How is it? Well,
Lord of the Rings was...
Star Wars is just loads of flashing lights, loads of people just jimmying around on a spaceship. No one knows what's going on.
In fairness, more explosions than
yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
But they hadn't really invented explosions. They had like the wall, the deeping wall.
Helm's Deep.
No, the wall. What was the wall called?
Helm's Deep.
No, it had a wall. The wall had a name. It was like...
When they were breaching Helm's Deep?
No, the wall had a name. It was like the Deeping Wall or something like that.
Oh, actually, yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was.
But anyway, I know details down to the wall.
The name of the wall. No, that's true. Helm's Deep did have a
I'm sure we'll get emailed on the correction of the name of the wall. But...
Yeah. If you remember what it is, email. That was designed by a wizard. The ordinary folks didn't have explosives.
No.
I did love the Lord of the Rings films. Star Wars, better. They just are. I don't go around with... I don't own one of Frodo's swords or whatever. No, I do have 2 lightsabers.
Which ones?
They're both the same. They both got bought for me on my 18th birthday. Mainly because I'd spent 18 years going, I want a lightsaber! The blue Episode 2 Obi-Wan lightsaber.
Yeah.
I've got 2 of them.
I've got
It means you can't really fight because they're both blue.
Yeah, I've got Darth Maul's one from Episode 1. I've got Qui-Gon's from Episode 1 and Obi-Wan's from Episode 1. And recently I've got a half-size replica of Darth Vader's from Episode 5.
Nice.
All made of metal and a proper replica. It's
What
nice.
I really want is Count Dooku's one.
Yeah.
That bit of a curl in
Bit
it.
of curve, that's cool.
Niles, which lightsaber would you want?
Red one.
So
Vader
Vader's.
or
I don't know.
Sith one?
I'm not lightsaber expert. I don't know. I want one with 2 prongs that goes. Woo.
I wouldn't mind Mace's one. Mace Windu's purple.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
Where he melts off Thingy's face.
Yeah.
It's quite cool.
I like Vader's. It's got to be a classic. Vader.
Star Wars is the classic redemption story as well. Lord of the Rings is just, let's go get the bad guys.
No, but it is an epic story, though.
Yeah, but it's about the falling of the elves also, isn't it? Like the end of an era.
The book is, the film
The
barely
start of the
mentions
fourth
it.
age,
Yeah, that's
like
true.
with Aragorn
The
becoming
book,
the king.
the book is, the film doesn't mention it anywhere near enough. And what the hell's all that thing with, what's her name? Liv Tyler.
What about it?
It's all in the appendices, don't put it in the film.
What do you mean? What? 'Cause
Like, he falls off the cliff and then wakes up and she's there. And, like, she suddenly rescues them from the forest where Frodo's been injured. It's not her, it's some guy beginning with a D. An elf guy. It's not. Oh, well.
Haroldir? You mean?
Hmm?
The fat elf?
No, it's someone that they're not mentioned at all.
Okay.
Which forest are we talking about?
You know, Frodo gets stabbed with the Morgul blade.
Yeah.
And then they're going through the forest to try and get to Rivendell so he can be healed. And the elf turns up
The woman, she casts the water horses.
Yeah, see, it's not Arwen in the book, and it bugged me that it was in the film. Like, we've got an actress, let's use her more. Because Kate Blanchett was a bit annoying.
Who did she play?
She was,
Eowyn?
No, she was the,
Queen.
yeah, the elf queen.
Gladriel, is it Gladriel? Yeah.
Gladriel.
It has been a while since
I don't know, I thought it was well cast. But...
And I can re-watch Star Wars more. Like, if I've seen Lord of the Rings recently, I can't watch it again.
Because it's so epic, I think. Perhaps.
It's a bit like...
it's
when you're watching it, it just seems overly laborious. You're like, come on, get on with it. Get out of the blooming mind. Yes, Gandalf falls. Very nice. Carry on.
That's a fantastic fight scene, though.
Yeah.
You shall not pass.
It covers 2 whole films as well.
It does, yeah. That is an epic fight, really. It covers 2 films.
I like Helm's Deep.
On the whole,
that is awesome. I think I prefer the Helm's Deep probably to the final battle.
Yeah, well, Pelennor Field.
Yeah.
I do quite like some of the speeches in the final film.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name? I can't remember the names. Aragorn's. Sorry.
It's a good speech.
And they all went forwards. I can't remember it.
It was inspiring. They're the most inspiring speeches, you can't remember the words.
Spur of the moment, that's what it is.
Yeah, Aragorn's there going, we will fight them on the beaches! No, wait.
So what do you reckon the final verdict is?
I don't think we're going to get one.
I don't think we are we? The discussion could go on all night, and I think...
It probably will.
So what are our final opinions?
Star Wars! Easily!
Charles?
Lord of the Rings.
And I'm still split. I love them both.
So even both. We should have a poll thing. Well, just email us your opinion.
Yeah, email us your opinions. We can,
And either me or Giles will tell you you're wrong. Basically.
Something that cropped up earlier, urinal etiquette.
This is why we're in the urinal. It's popped up.
Well, this random topic for this podcast suddenly occurred to us.
I wonder why.
Now, I think it's something that like all guys
know and girls don't.
kind of instinctively. And girls are always like, what's up with that?
Why do you always leave a urinal free? For instance, you do.
You do.
You just do.
For desperate needs.
If a guy starts peeing next to you and there's others free, you think, what the hell is this guy doing?
Yeah.
And then you start thinking you feel something on the back of your leg, and you're like, where is he peeing? And clearly you can't look, that's just wrong.
Yeah.
But, you know, you kind of want to make sure he's peeing the right way, because you think you can feel something on your leg. And so you always leave one free.
Yeah.
And if there's only ones in between people free, what do?
Well, it depends. If I'm in a club and I'm really drunk, I usually just go in between them. Apart from that, I usually wait for one to be free.
Well, if you're drunk, you don't get the stage fright, which is a big issue in urinal etiquette.
Yeah.
Use a cubicle, that's an option.
That's the other option, though.
Cubicles are full?
Depends how desperate you are, and I'd say the stage of drunkenness.
Well, you're always desperate, wouldn't you? You are the definition of desperate, really.
Not really.
Yeah.
I just happen to drink a lot. Not always alcohol, I'd like to point out. I do drink
Pretend-
pints of squash at a time.
Pretend to be doing something in the mirror until there's one free.
Ooh, I hadn't thought of that one. That's a good tip.
Wash your face or something, whatever. Wait there a bit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you can't leave and come back, because that just looks weird.
Yeah.
Especially the people out there who think you've already gone.
And they're like, how many times does this guy need to go?
House washes his hands before he goes to the toilet and after. You could wash your hands.
Yeah.
Interesting little fact there. I don't know why he doesn't. Perhaps it's more hygienic.
You know, there's more... you know, a lot of people use tissue to, like, open the door of the toilet?
Yeah.
You know, the sink tap carries more germs than the toilet door.
Imagine it would. You turn it on with like that.
A dirty hand, and then you turn it off, and you've got the germs back.
Yeah. Have you ever been to what's the pub overlooking Churchill Square? Western Front. Western Front. That's the smallest toilet I think I've ever been in. It's like it's one like combined urinal, you know, like the long urinals. But it's only wide enough for 2 people, and the door to the one cubicle in there is right behind the urinal. So you have to squeeze past whoever's at the urinal to get to the cubicle. It's the world's smallest toilet, and it's not a small pub. So it can be a bit awkward in there at times.
Talking while peeing.
Yeah.
This is actually a tricky one. A lot of people say you should never talk whilst at the urinal with someone. But in fact, we talked perfectly fine earlier.
Yeah.
But I've come up with some rules. If you've known the person for less than a year and haven't, you have to talk to them quite a bit over that year. If you know the person less than a year, you can't talk at the urinal. If you've known someone for over 8 years, it becomes weird again. There's no reason for it, it just does.
Never really experienced that.
I find it becomes weird again suddenly. Yeah, I'm peeing, leave me alone.
Well, see, from my point of view, it's just like if you've spoken to them, like not just on one occasion, so like you know
them quite well.
Yeah, then it's not weird. There's some random. Oh,
but
the worst one I had was standing in.
When random people talk to the urinal, don't reply.
Even worse.
Shut up.
Even worse, I was in Honey Club. I was at the urinal, and some guy put his arm around me. He's like, "Hey, how you doing, so and so? I haven't seen you in ages." I turned to look at him, and he went, "Sorry, you're not the guy I thought you were." I was like, oh dear. And the other really funny one that happened to me. I was in Casablanca, and some random guy is standing at the toilet, and this is still when you can smoke in clubs and stuff. And he's standing at the urinal with a cigarette in hand, and he says to me, "It's my birthday today. Guess how old I am?" So I guessed like about 10 years younger than he actually was. And he went, "Oh wow! If I didn't have a cigarette in one hand and my cock in the other, I'd give you a hug." I was like,
I'm so glad.
Thanks, mate." Yeah, I think they're my two funniest toilet stories.
So yes, like I say, stage fright, big issue with peeing. If there's someone there and there's not really space, it's one of those long urinals, you can sometimes get there and go, stage fright, can't pee, and then you just look weird, because you're just holding yourself at the urinal going, "Bugger off, need to pee."
And then you start worrying that other people think you're being
You're just
weird.
standing there. And then you really can't pee. You have to
crap.
wait for the whole place to empty, and then it comes out. This big flood. Most uncomfortable pee I had. Kyla's parents took us to lunch at some place. I thought he'd gone to the salad bar.
Can see where this is going.
I was talking to Kyla for a minute. I went to the loo. He's in the blooming urinal. Just standing there going, "No, this guy's going to be my father-in-law. Really can't pee now." Standing there. Luckily he didn't take long, but it was uncomfortable there. But can't talk to him. Not know him anywhere near well enough to be able to talk to this guy. Just standing there going, "Go away, I need to pee." Uncomfortable pee. This brings us on to an interesting subtopic.
Ooh.
Those guys in clubs that, honestly, I never saw them back in Aberystwyth. They confused the hell out of me here. Those guys in clubs who, hand out soap and paper towels. First time I didn't realize I meant to pay them, I just took it and left. So glad I didn't have to go back. The guy would probably punched me.
Did that in Oceana, in Kingston. And I didn't realise the toilet had 2 entrances. So I went in there, and he's like, the guy kept washing my hands. I'm like, yeah, no, it's okay. Next time, I will pay you. One's at the exit. I'm like, haha, I'll just go to one of the other many toilets in this place. Didn't realise there's a second entrance to the same toilet. So I go back later, and I'm like, "I recognise you." "Yeah, you said you pay me." "Damn it!"
Yeah, these guys kind of force it on you. I've discovered since willingly taking it and bugging it off. You're like, "No, really, I'm okay. There's a dryer here. I don't need your paper towel. Look, there's soap from a dispenser. I don't need your special stuff." They always get you on the way out, though. I'm like, "Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want a chuppa chup?" Damn it! I want the chuppa chup.
He always starts off the night starts off well. I ignore them and just go, "No, all right, mate. I can wash my own hands."
Yeah, but after a few pints, you want the chuppa chup.
It gets to the end of the night and aftershave, chopper chop, everything,
They always get you with the chuppa chup. Why they have it there?
Yeah.
Can't be the most hygienic place to keep lollies.
No.
But still.
It's slightly creepy having someone standing in the corner. Sometimes they're cleaning
Especially
as well.
when
So they're standing there with a mop, just watching everyone pee. It's like, that's really freaky.
Oh, he must hate his job. He spends the whole time standing in the fucking bog.
Yeah.
Maybe I should apologise for saying friggin' so much this episode. It's not a swear word, it's fine. You can get away with it.
Funny when it's in Germany, because they have the toilet cleaners sit outside at a table. They use the public toilet, and then as you walk past, you kind of expected to give them, well, we didn't have to, but they kind of expect you to give them, some change. Like, as a tip for keeping the toilets nice. It's always really awkward because like, I didn't want to give them anything. So you walk out the toilets and then when you're sitting there, there's like 5 of them.
5 for one toilet, right?
Yeah, all for male and female. And they're all just sitting there, just like looking
I meant to tip the people who clean the loos.
You don't
You
have
tip
to.
the
but
women
they're
who clean the other loos. Or...
I don't know. There's just 5 women sitting at a table outside the toilet, and they're all like wearing cleaning gear, and they are the people that keep the toilets and all that. But they just sit outside the toilets for the entire day. Where else would that happen?
I have a fantastic idea. Money-making idea. We dress up as cleaners, we go to this place, we sit on a table outside.
That would be quite cool.
Sit there going, cheers. Good job we do, isn't it?
We might be sort of attacked by the local cleaners that do have their pitch there.
So we take our lightsabers and his fencing sword.
We charge at them with plastic lightsabers. Yeah! That would scare them.
Plastic lightsabers scare anyone.
I'm sure they do.
As we're wrapping up, we'd like to mention one of our listeners. You know her surname?
Yes.
You tell us the story then.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Who is it?
Faringo.
There you go.
Jane Faringo.
Oh, she listens.
She listens. She's a girl from our lectures, for those who aren't in our lectures, which is basically all my CU friends.
And worse friends.
And Dave. He's invited some people that have joined our Facebook group.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jane, I think she must have listened to our website because she thought it was buffering. So she clicked the play button on our website, allgeeknochic.podbean.com. Gotta get in there.
Yeah.
And she wasn't sure how long it would take, but there was no sound. So she turned it up, turned it a bit more up, turned it a bit more up.
Bearing in mind this was about midnight.
At midnight, turned it up to full volume, and then it was, hey! Yeah, and she was like, no, turn it down! But no, there's a surprising amount of people that listen to it now. 24 people in our Facebook group.
That is quite good going.
2 of them I don't even know. Hey, Dave's friends.
Hello.
Dave invited people, he's not even on it. He will be when he comes here, briefly for visits.
Yeah.
I think we should create like a topic of discussion on our Facebook group every week, like episode the 3rd, and people can discuss.
That's
Have an
quite
open,
good, actually,
open input.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay,
I haven't invited because I've been on Facebook this week, but I should start inviting people.
why don't you do it tonight?
Probably will.
But yeah, so subscribe to us if you haven't already on iTunes. Just do a search in the iTunes music store for All Geek No Chic. Will come up. That's the only thing that comes up. We have a high popularity.
Do we? Oh, yeah.
You
I
type it
noticed
through,
that
it's
last time.
full. Beautiful.
Does that mean that everyone searched for us downloaded this?
Probably. Well, why would you search for it if you weren't going to download it? That's a stupid bar. But I like it because it's full. iTunes rated. If you notice, everything we've got has at least a 5-star rating on it.
Quite cool.
How many stars are there?
4, 5. Anyway, like we've said many times, feel free to email us. In fact, do email us. Don't feel free, just blum and do it. Anything you want us to discuss, allgeeknochic@gmail.com. It's not hard. The allgeeknochic's one word. Maybe we're losing something. They're putting underscores in.
Possibly. Spelling of chic is CHIC.
What's the website?
Just
Podbean.com as well.
allgeeknochic.podbean.com. Join the Facebook group if you haven't. It's growing. 24 members now. Which means that's 20 people who aren't making or listening to it in the group.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Why do people listen to us?
Don't know. But
Isn't 24 a perfect number or something like that?
I don't know.
12 plus 6.
Damn good TV show.
Yeah. But that's for another day.
It probably is. 7th season starting soon.
Cool.
Okay, goodbye from... Let me say it. It's goodbye from Tim.
Keep it real.
Goodbye from Giles.
Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Yes!
Got it right!
Yes! Woohoo! And it's goodbye from me. See you, pals.